Now you see. Find out how you can see Jesus in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. John chapter 9 describes the extraordinary day a man saw Jesus. Seeing Jesus would be unforgettable for anyone, but for this man it was doubly so. Before that day, he couldn't see anything at all. He was blind. Then he met Jesus. Most people he met ignored his blindness. It was an uncomfortable subject. Some even thought that he was blind because of something that he had done or that his parents had done. The man didn't know for sure. All he knew was that he couldn't see. Many people avoided him entirely, as if his blindness was contagious, something they might catch if they got too close. But not Jesus, not this day. Not only did Jesus talk to him, but he also touched his eyes. Jesus put mud on the man's eyes and told him to wash his face. The man probably thought it was a strange request, but not for long. When he washed his eyes, he could see. For the very first time, he saw water, the waters of the pool that he had felt all these years. He could now see. He saw the sun reflecting off the water, the warm rays he had felt on his face all these years. Now he could see them. He saw buildings, carts, donkeys, and clouds. He saw trees, rocks, tables, and chairs. And everywhere he turned, he saw people. What's more, the people saw him. He'd never seen a look of surprise, but he knew what it was when he saw it. Stunned shock. It's kind of funny. Come on, you might say. Ask me how many fingers you're holding up. Ha, it's just 4. The thumb isn't a finger. They all wanted to know the same thing. How did this happen? So he told them in John chapter 9, verse 11. He answered, "The man called Jesus made mud and anointed my eyes and said to me, 'Go to Siloam and wash.' So I went and washed and received my sight." Most of the people were amazed. Some were not. They were angry. They threatened his parents. They threatened the man. He didn't understand. These were the religious leaders of the day. They should have been excited to meet a blind man who could now see. They were not. They wanted to convince him it didn't happen. And if it did, it surely wasn't Jesus who did it. He didn't know what to say. John chapter 9, verse 25 records what he did say. He answered, "Whether he is a sinner, I do not know. One thing I do know, that though I was blind, now I see." The man didn't know what to think. The one thing he had wanted all his life, he now had. He could see. Yet he seemed to lose everything else. This miracle threatened him and his family. To say he was confused would be an understatement. Then in the midst of his confusion, he heard it again. He heard the voice that treated him like a human being, the voice that told him to wash his eyes, the voice that gave him sight. Jesus' words are recorded in John chapter 9, beginning with verse 35. Jesus heard they had cast him out, and having found him, he said, "Do you believe in the Son of Man?" He answered, "And who is he, sir, that I may believe in him?" Jesus said to him, "You have seen him, and it is he who is speaking to you." I don't know who you think Jesus is. Maybe you're like the blind man was. You know the name, and that's about it. Perhaps you're like the religious leaders. You've always been skeptical about this man named Jesus. Maybe you're like the man's neighbors and friends, wondering who this Jesus could possibly be. From that day forward, from the day his eyes that previously could not see anything, on that day saw Jesus, from that day forward, the man believed and worshiped him. Today, you can see Jesus too, because now you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.